I just love all the architecture in here. In our last video, we spent a couple days in the Sahara Desert. We rode camels at sunset, visited a Berber family, and explored more of the desert by ATV. We started this video with seeing an old irrigation system.
This is 10 meters. Okay. Ready? Let's go. Now we are checking out these irrigation system. We went down some stairs into this tunnel, and this tunnel was hand dug, and there are several wells along the way, and so each family would have their well that they would lower their bucket to get their water. But now this irrigation system is dried up because the water table has moved lower and lower, but this would supply the water to the nearby villages.
We are treated with delicious tea and headed to our next stop, a place for me to get a henna tattoo. Getting the henna done? Told Mustafa this is something I was wanting to do while we were here. So this woman's giving me a tattoo.
Okay, so next we got to play dress up.
Yes.
Our guide took us to this this shop where we get to try on the different wardrobes and have a backdrop and we get to take pictures.
The Berber clothing, like the nomads that live out in the desert. I guess this is like, I feel like this is like fancy wear.
Yeah.
Like where they probably wear to weddings. I also got some henna done. I'm really excited about this. But we got to dress up. So how fun is that?
Okay, so now back in the car, the next stop is the Gorge. We're gonna do a little walk there and check out the scenery. So now we're in the Todra Gorge. Our driver dropped us off so that we could walk along this stream. But it's incredible. These cliffs are gigantic. Beautiful red rock.
Yeah.
So it's really cool.
It reminds me of Zion Canyon with the red rock and walking along the stream. So gorgeous. I love the contrast of the red rock with the blue sky. It is so beautiful. All along the gorge there are people selling beautiful rugs and clothing and scarves. So if you want to pick out a beautiful, colorful souvenir, this is the place to get it.
So to walk the gorge, it probably takes like 30 to 45 minutes, but it was really nice to take in the scenery, and we let the kids throw some rocks and just enjoy the water. So next we are in the Dade's Gorge area, and we stopped to take some pictures and see some of the rock structures here. This area, or this location, is called Monkey Fingers, and so the rock formations here are really cool.
We have made it to our riad for the night, and as always, it is a beautiful stay, and it is always blowing me away. As usual, we are met with a smile and tea.
We made it to our hotel, but it is a little bit too dark outside to show you guys what it looks like, so I have to wait till the morning. But so far, our room is really spacious, and it's really nice. So we have dinner included tonight. So we're gonna get ready for dinner, and then we will show you what that is. So we just got back to the hotel room, and I think that dinner was one of the best ones we've had so far on this trip. Since we've been in Morocco for about a week, we've had a lot of tagine and couscous, which is kind of like the typical Moroccan food. But this dinner, they had like 5 or 6 different courses, and each thing was something that we have not had before. So it was excellent. So tonight we're just going to get ready for bed, but tomorrow we are going to be heading towards Marrakech. We're stopping and going to explore more of the Dade's Gorge and a few other scenic spots. But the main thing tomorrow is the Atlas Studios, which is where they film some famous movies like The Mummy, Gladiator, and different movies like that.
Okay, so we are starting our day off with some delicious breakfast. We have some fresh fruit. This is eggs, I think.
An omelet?
Omelet?
Yep.
Yeah. And then the Moroccan flatbread that they typically serve every morning. And some 2 delicious other breads.
Yep. And
A cornbread.
And they always have some type of fig jam, different jellies, butter,
Okay.
and honey.
This is like a cornbread cake. It is delicious. It is like sweet. It's got little pieces of corn, I think, but so good.
Yeah, we haven't had that in any other place so far.
No, so delicious. That breakfast was the best breakfast we've had on this whole trip. It was so good. I don't know if it was the cornbread muffins or the tagine eggs. Oh, it was delicious. Now, all the breakfasts have been great, but this breakfast, it has been the best, for real.
So we checked out of the hotel, which was great. They had a wonderful breakfast. We really loved that hotel.
Yes.
And next, our first stop is at the Dade's Gorge. So this is one of the viewpoints at the top of the gorge, and we're going to continue our journey towards Marrakech.
Our next stop on our way to Marrakech is here in this town where they make rose water and other rose products. So we're gonna check that out and see what we can find. While we are doing this little walkthrough, he gives you samples of the rose water and rose oil and the cream, and I just love the smell of roses. It is so beautiful. I think I'm gonna have to buy some, especially for my mom, because she loves the rose water, so I think I'm gonna get her a rose cream. I picked out a tub of rose cream for me, my mom, and my aunt because they really love the rose water, so I think they'll like the rose cream. They have other things here other than just the water and the cream. They have oils, extracts, clay masks, lip balms. They actually gave me a little lip balm as a gift. Tons of rose products.
So next we've made it to Atlas Studios. This is a filming location for several movies. I'm not sure exactly all the movies, but I know like The Mummy and Gladiator were filmed here, so we're gonna go check out this museum. Okay, so we just got our tickets, and it was about 80 dirham per person, so about $8, US dollar or whatever, and the kids were free. So now we're gonna join this group, and you have to have a tour guide take you through the sets and all that, so you can't just walk around by yourself. just finished our tour here at the Atlas Studios, and it was really cool. I was kind of surprised by how many different movies they've filmed here. A lot of like military movies, like Black Hawk Down and things like that. So very cool to see the different sets, and you get to walk around the different sets. And our tour guide was really good about explaining which movies were filmed in each set. And we even got to act out a little scene. And,
that was really fun.
And we filmed it on an iPhone, and we got to airdrop it to Maria's phone. So maybe we'll include that also.
Answer.
I think this is definitely worth a stop. It was only like 80 dirhams, so like €8, $8 per person. Kids are free, so I think it was worthwhile. Next, we're gonna stop at another filming location. That is not a place you have to pay tickets, I don't think. I think you can just stop and check it out. But after that, then we'll be heading to Marrakech.
While Lucas and Mustafa go climb up there to that very top, to get an awesome view of this gorgeous Casbah. The kids and I are just gonna hang out here. I would love to do that, but with the kids, there's no way. They would not do it.
Okay, so while Maria is staying with the boys at this cafe, me and my driver, Mustafa, are gonna go hike to the top of this Casbah up here. This is from the 12th century, and he said that this was like a stopping point between Marrakech and the desert. So this is like a place where people would stop and resupply before they continue their journey. Okay, so the walk to the top only took about like 20 to 25 minutes, and along the way there are some shops where you can get souvenirs and stuff like that. But this Casbah has actually been the filming location for several movies, so maybe I'll put in a list or something of some of the movies that have been filmed here. But I know Gladiator 2 had some scenes that were filmed here also. I do think it is worthwhile to stop here and check out the palace. It is really beautiful. The scenery here is just incredible, very gorgeous, and it is a nice, easy hike. It just takes like 15 to 20 minutes to get to the top, and it's really cool to go through the different alleyways, see the different souvenir shops, and yeah, I think it's a pretty cool stop. So I think from here we're basically heading straight on to Marrakech so we can check into our hotel, and then tomorrow we're going to spend the day exploring Marrakech. Good morning. So we are at our riad in Marrakech. Last night we got in really late, so we just stopped at McDonald's to get some dinner, and now we are getting ready to have some breakfast, then meet our guide to explore Marrakech today.
We are doing a walking tour today of Marrakech to see some of the really cool areas of this city. Marrakech is definitely busier than Fez. All the motorcycles everywhere and the cars, definitely a busier city. We are visiting the Bahia Palace here. We're starting out here in this beautiful riad. We are learning a lot about differences between the riads and the courtyards.
So here at the palace, it was made in the mid-19th century for the prime minister. And in this type of architecture, they always have three different ways that they make this ornate or decorate. You have the Moroccan tile, you have the plaster that is hand carved, like up here, and then on top you have the cedar that has been carved and painted. And so in the designs there are never any pictures of people. It's always of like natural designs, so stars, moon, leaves, flowers, things like that. So that is really cool. And now we're checking out this riad. And so we just learned about the difference between a riad and a courtyard. A riad always has plants, while a courtyard does not. So next we're going to walk around this palace some more.
So we just walked through a traditional hammam, which is like a bathhouse for the ladies to wash. He said they would do it about 2 to 3 times a week. They would wash and then perfume themselves and use all kinds of natural products to beautify themselves. So we're gonna go see the kitchen and different types of ways that they would cook back in the time. So different types of utensils and ways they used to store food and prepare their food. We were able to see like the tangines that we've been seeing and the ways they would, like what pots they would use to cook the couscous and other types of dishes they would use. This is the private area where the wife would live and the prince or the king would live. It is so beautiful. There's beautiful stained glass on the lining around the ceiling. So gorgeous. I just love all the architecture in here. I love the paintings, the tiles on the floor, the beautiful cedar on the ceilings and the cedar doors. It is just so beautiful. I love visiting these palaces and just seeing the different types of architecture that they would use back then.
So the tickets to visit the palace were 100 dirham per person. For an adult, it's about 10 euro. The kids were free. But it is really busy today. Today's Friday. I'm not sure if it's always this busy, but this is kind of the high season.
Very busy.
Yep.
Very crowded. Not a fan, but very beautiful.
Yeah, it was really, really pretty. But next we're going to continue on. Do you know where the next stop is?
I do not. We're just following our guide, which is great because I have no idea where we're going.
We are walking through the markets now. This is crazy. The motorcycles are going through the path that you're walking on, which is very different than Fez. Fez, there was no way motorcycles could fit through there, but here they are just going up and down the walkway with you, so you have to stick to the right or you're gonna get ran over.
Now we are visiting the Ben Yousef School. I believe this is one of the oldest schools here in Marrakech. It's from the 16th century. And we also have the typical Moroccan tile, the plaster, all of the decorations and beautiful design that we've seen in some of the other, we saw in the other palace. This is also a very popular tourist attraction. It's about 50 dirham per adult, so about like 5 euro per adult. If you have a guide, you can kind of skip the line and get in faster. So you can go upstairs to the students' chambers where they would stay, and you can look out and see the whole courtyard.
We are about to see something that you always see in movies, which are the snakes coming out of the baskets. You can hear the music. So we're in this big square, people setting up, selling stuff, but we are heading to see the the snakes coming out of the baskets.
No, I don't want to get close.
Don't touch, promise, hey. So, don't touch it. Sit down.
Come on.
It's cobra.
What do you think, Griffin?
You like snake?
Oh, no, no, no.
Don't bite.
Through it.
Hi.
Okay, so we just checked out the main big tourist square, and they had people with the cobras playing the flute, and they would move, or they have monkeys that you could take pictures with. The monkeys are on chains. We've heard from other people that it may not be good to get pictures with them, that sometimes they can bite or be a little feisty. So we just got a picture with the snake though. So that time sometimes they'll ask you to pay money before or after. They'll ask for more money. So just stand your ground. Just tell them, you know, whatever. So, but next we're gonna continue to walk around, and then we'll make our way back to the hotel and get some lunch. Okay, so we just stopped at a restaurant, and we're up on the terrace eating, and so we ordered tangia, which is one of the typical dishes here that we have not tried yet. We've tried the tagine, we've tried couscous, the pasilla, but this dish is a beef that is kind of roasted in a clay pot. Traditionally, they would do it underground, so after you do a fire and you have the hot coals and ashes and sand, you would bury it, and that's how they would roast it for a certain number of hours, like 3 hours or whatnot. But here, they served it in this clay pot, and then they poured it out into this bowl. So we're going to try that for the first time. So the tangia is really good. It's like a slow roasted meat. It's very tender. It has a citrus taste, and it's also cooked with saffron. So I would recommend it. It is pretty tasty. And the boys, of course, got just the French fries and nuggets right now. We're ending this trip the same way that we started it, with some mint tea. We're finishing up our time here in Marrakech. We mainly just had like half a day to explore the city. We had a tour guide this morning, and it was very cool to walk around and see. I do think it was a little bit more chaotic, and a little busier for sure than Fez. So I feel like the driving was crazy. The shop owners were a little bit more pushy.
Yes.
The people doing like the monkeys and the snakes were definitely more pushy.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we enjoyed Fez better, but I think our time in Morocco has been incredible. We've really loved this country. This is probably one of the best trips we've been on, especially going to see the desert and the sand dunes. That was incredible. That was definitely the highlight of the whole trip. So we for sure would recommend coming to visit Morocco, and not just coming to the cities, but definitely getting out, doing some tours, and going to see all the other sites around the country. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like the video.
And subscribe so you can follow along on all our travels. See ya.